What is up, my fellow sackers? Core Century Bonanza just got announced, and I normally don't really care about these reprints too much. I kind of like the nostalgia cards a lot, but speaking of nostalgia cards, there's a specific bullet that they talk about in here. So Core Century Bonanza releases on November 7th, so it's a little away from now, but there's one thing that is really crazy, and it's that here, the second bullet. So there's a luxury secret rare in each pack, but that luxury secret rare is specifically from a special 200 card nostalgia pool. So that's really hype because they've never really like advertised, I guess, nostalgia cards. Like, sure, they brought back like old favorites, but this is like a first, and that is, like, rings some bells for us Edison players because hopefully that means Edison. At Nats last year, I heard a Konami rep talking to some Edison players, and the Edison players were like, hey, why aren't you guys making like an Edison pack? You know, everyone's always talking about like they should make an Edison pack. And the Konami rep was basically like, yeah, we could do that. We know Edison's really big, but that's not really going to attract new players. Like, you guys all, or everyone who already has Edison or is interested in Edison already has Edison cards. And I kind of disagree with that. Like, lowering the barrier to entry would just increase the amount of Edison players. So hopefully this is just going to add more accessibility to Edison. And so this video, or this announcement, kind of drove me to make this video. Like, what are the top cards that need to get a reprint? So I'm gonna do that right now. I think the number one card that needs a reprint, without a doubt, is Trap Dust Shoot. This card is like $15-$20 for no reason except the fact that it's being played in Edison and Go. Like, it's only for the nostalgia formats. Every deck needs it. I think this is a staple for sure. This card is way too good. And so if this card got reprinted, it would lower that barrier to entry for a lot of new people. But also, like, CP Dust Shoot hits. I have a CP Dust Shoot, but dude, a QCR Dust Shoot would be really cool. Or like an ulti Dust Shoot, you know, like that would be really hype. So like, these rarity upgrades would be really cool. Like, the only hollow Dust Shoot is CP, so just having multiple options would be really sick. Next, Magical Android. This card is like $20-$25 for like all rarities. There's a rare, a super, and ultra, I believe. And so that's really bad for new players since, you know, this is a staple in a lot of extra decks. So just getting a new one out there, you know, even a QCR, that'd be really cool. Like, all these cards that I'm listing don't have too many options for rarities, so just having any option, like any extra option, would be really, really sick. Next, Dark End. This is also like a $15 to $20 card that goes in a lot of extra decks. So I think it's kind of cool though that this card doesn't have too many options because it's like a prize card, so like it shouldn't, like, you know, be too easily accessible, but whatever, we're way past that point of time. So yeah, this card definitely needs a reprint. Next, Royal Oppression. This card's only a rare, a DT, and a gold, I believe, and it's also still like $15-ish roughly. And, you know, decks that play it normally play 2, it's at 2, so, you know, $30 right there for if you want to play a deck that plays Oppression is kind of rough. Next, Legacy of Yugioh. This card went stonks recently. I think it's like $8 for the super, and then that secret rare is like 80. It's a lot. That's all I know. I know it's way too much. It's way more than it should be. So this card getting reprint would be really sick. You know, also, like, all these cards, like I said earlier, don't have too many rarity options, so just having a new option would be really cool. Okay, I need to add another row. And so I think those are the top 5 cards. This last row I'm going to call honorable mentions. These cards are kind of just like what I would prefer to have. So number 1 being Amaryllis in here. This card is like $100 almost because it only comes in. It only comes in 1 print. It's only for the Amaryllis players. Like, if you want to play Amaryllis and you don't want to spend $300, that really, really sucks. So this would definitely ease the barrier of entry for those players. Not gonna lie, this deck is really stressful to play against. I just got my super, so I hope this card doesn't get reprinted anytime soon. But it is what it is. Next, Unifrog. This card only comes in common. Can you guys just reprint this and make frogs hollow? Like, that'd be sick. Next, Return. This card doesn't need a reprint. I just love this card, and having a rarity besides just the Duelist Pack Kaiba Super would be super sick. Like, I think this card is a lot of people's, like, you know, a lot of people like this card, so it would be really cool. And the card that probably needs the reprint the most in this tier, I'm gonna put up here, Dimensional Prison. The common is like $5-6. Like, I know this card has been reprinted a lot, but the common is still $5-6, which is insane. Because every deck needs like 2 to 3 if you play this card. So that's like, you know, $10-15 per deck that you need Deep Prison in. So having a nice hollow rarity upgrade that would be cheaper would entice a lot of new players to play Edison, I think. So yeah, just, you know, ease of accessibility. These cards are just what I want to see be reprinted besides Amaryllis. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Is there a card that I missed that you guys should be on here? Or is there like a card that, you know, already is pretty accessible, but you just want to see a rarity upgrade like Unifrog, for example? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.